Good afternoon and welcome to this press conference with Team Australia ahead of the semi-finals of the FIH Hockey Women's World Cup Spain and Netherlands 2022. We have with us Katrina Powell, head coach of the Hockeyroos, and Grace Stewart, one of the captain of the Australian national team. First question, you get to the semi-finals after beating the locals, after beating Spain on quarterfinals and showing especially a good defense. You have proven to be a team which is really difficult to score against. Do you think this is your main strength?
Yeah, I think we've proven that is one of our strengths over the last 12 months. We were definitely one of the better defensive teams in the Tokyo Olympics, and yeah, I think the stats do show that we are again one of the better defending teams here at the World Cup.
Grace, as one of the captains of the team, how are the players ahead of these semi-finals, this really special match you're playing against the Netherlands?
Yeah, I think the girls are super excited. I think after the heartbreak in Tokyo of losing the quarterfinal, to come through and win this one, yeah, really excited to be here, and the morale around the group is really good, really positive, so we're looking forward to getting out there and yeah, really looking forward to the challenge.
On the first press conference we held 2 days before the start of the competition, you pointed out that the team was a mix of more experienced players and some new players, also with the handicap of not having been able to play a lot of matches for the past 2 years. Do you think these new players will bring some fresh energy to the team now ahead of those semi-finals, with the illusion of playing World Cup semi-final for the first time?
Yeah, I think maybe at the start of the tournament you could have, in knowing that we have some experience and some less experienced players, pick them out, but I think that's getting more and more difficult as the tournament goes on. And so yeah, we've been really pleased with the way some of the less experienced, some of the younger players have stepped up. I think we did mention that we played 4 internationals before we got to Europe, so taking players to a World Cup that have had well and truly under 10 international matches under their belt, to see them really thrive in an environment such as a World Cup is really compelling for the future. On the
first matches, you had lots of trouble for scoring in the penalty corners. I think you scored none on the first matches, now by memory. But on the last match against Spain, you scored the 2 goals on penalty corners, and you defeated the Spanish team on that way. Were you hiding your cards or something for the group stage?
That's a really good question. Yeah, I'd like to say we were hiding our cards. We're, in particular, like trying to score any goal that we can, and yeah, we're working on all aspects of that. We want to be a team that threatens both in the field and from set plays as well. So yeah, we like to think we've got good potential in both areas, and yeah, when we get them both firing together, then yeah, be very pleased as a coach when that happens.
How is preparing a match against a team like the Netherlands, probably the biggest favorite ahead of this World Cup? Before starting the competition, everyone would say that they are the main favorites to get the tournament. They've won the last 2 consecutively. They have 8 out of 14 that have been played. How do you prepare for a match like that, both technically and also psychologically?
I think for us, I think the main thing is we haven't had international games in the lead up, so our preparation has mostly been about us, and I think we've stuck with that the whole way through. Like, yes, the Dutch are the top team in the world at the moment, and we have a lot of respect for them, but our process throughout has just been worrying about our way of play, what we're going to bring. So I think that's the mindset we're taking into this next game. We know who we're coming up against, but we're going to be more focused on us and what we can do as a team.
You are playing here in Terrassa, where you have been playing for the whole tournament. You have been here for now probably 3 weeks, and the Netherlands just have trained yesterday and today, and tomorrow you will play them. Do you think this is a big advantage for you, that you didn't have to travel and you could be playing on the same surface that you will play the semi-finals and the final or bronze medal match?
Yeah, look, I think it is difficult to travel during a tournament, no doubt, but the Dutch are just coming from home to Spain. we've been on the road now for 3.5, almost 4 weeks away from home. The benefit of that, just being in the one place, certainly staying here in Tarasa, has been that we've settled in. We're used to the temperature, we're used to the stadium, we're used to our processes and the way we go about things. So yes, nothing is new, and we do have our own supporters here that have come all the way from Australia. There are plenty of family and friends in the crowd, and a bundle more that are watching online and supporting us from afar. So yeah, we probably do have that slight advantage at the moment, but I would have thought all the pressure is on the Dutch, being the number one team in the world, and it's for them, it's to their advantage at this point in time.
Well, you just talked about them, those fans you have here. They're not the most numerous, where they are the Spanish and the Argentinian, but there are quite a lot of them, especially knowing that you are the team who plays from farther away from Tarasa. How special is it to play in the other side of the wall and have those people, those fans here cheering for you and supporting you on the other side of the planet?
Yeah, it's so nice to look up and see your family and your friends in the stands. I think coming from Tokyo, where we didn't have anyone in the crowd, it's really nice to just have any support. And even against the big Spanish crowd the other night, we were still able to hear them. So hopefully we'll hear them again come Saturday night.
Hi guys. Question for both. Australia reached the semi-final, but you haven't played a tournament since Tokyo, whereas other nations have played Pro League and regular games. Could you just give an insight about the program in that respect? Has it been COVID, the fact you've played more, you've been together more, or is it more to do with the state and club system and the strength of that, with new players coming in who haven't experienced tournament hockey before, whereas other nations haven't reached the semi-finals, whereas Australia have? Could you just give a little insight about the last 12 months, but also a bit wider about the state and club game, and obviously the success it's brought here?
Yeah, I think that you can't underestimate the power of training. Yeah, so the opposition teams that have been in Pro League have had that opportunity to play international matches, which is great. And the way that we try and even that out is to train more together. So we have that advantage in Australia in our system and the way that our pathway works, and that opportunity to still see developing players, see if they're up to that national, international level. We've got a really strong competition as a domestic competition, which is Hockey One. It's a really strong league that is home and away, and the next group of athletes coming through benefit from participation in that competition, but also our underage structures as well throughout the country. So I think for us as a team, it has been about our training, and us in terms of our succession plan, it's about the pathway that we've built in Australia.
Do you feel that, Chris?
Yeah, I think, yes, we haven't had the international matches, but yeah, like Trini said, we're all based in Perth. We all train together day in, day out, and I think that can also be seen as a positive. We're not playing matches against other countries, but we're constantly training together, getting better, playing against each other, and I think that's played into our favour a little bit over the last few months, and yeah, it's worked out well for us so far.
Just another question off the field about the next World Cup. Australia bid for the Women's World Cup at 26. No cities yet been put forward, but how important is that when the Hockeyroos and Kookaburras don't get the coverage it probably deserves in Australia against other sports? It's just the way it is today, isn't it? But how important is it for Australia to get that next World Cup, and in terms of, obviously, with Brisbane up the road? Yeah,
look, it's absolutely critical that we do get some of those big tournaments to make sure that we're presenting international hockey in Australia. Certainly we have full support of Hockey Australia and our government to help make those things happen whenever possible. So yeah, we're really proud sporting nation, and the opportunity to bring international hockey at a World Cup level to Australia is very exciting.
I'd have to agree. I mean, there's nothing better than playing at home in front of your fans, and I guess just exposing Australia to international hockey and what we can do in trying to grow the sport. I think it's imperative to keep growing hockey in Australia, yeah.
Trini, you are a world champion as a player with the Hockeyroos a few years ago. How does your experience help you with the team now that you are facing the last weekend of a World Cup?
Yeah, I think so. I think one of the things that we did really well in my era was to prepare really thoroughly. That's the other challenge about playing in a tournament like a World Cup, when you have back-to-back matches at times, but against different continental styles. And so that challenge of being not just the training before you get away prepared and the international competition, but also then preparing for each match, that's how you go in with a level of confidence that you can put your way of play on the park, but also that you have what it takes to beat the opposition team. So the going into each game feeling prepared, trusting the players around you, and the courage to take on the competition.
Grace, how is having a coach who has achieved the dream that you are fighting for, becoming a legend and winning the World Cup?
Yeah, I think we all look up to Trini and the era she played in, and when Trini speaks, like, we are all just all ears listening, because she's been here before, she's done it, like, she's just inspirational and speaks with so much passion and pride about it, and that ignites that feeling inside of us. So yeah, it's great having someone who's done it before us, and we hope to follow in her footsteps this weekend with her alongside us, yeah.
Just to summarize, just to finish, if you could send a message to the fans, to the hockey fans, to probably the Hockeyroos fans who may be around and may want to come to the stadium tomorrow and also on Sunday to enjoy this great weekend of hockey that we will have here in Terrassa.
I would say get out here in numbers and get behind the Hockeyroos. I think it's going to be an exciting game of hockey regardless of the outcome. So yeah, just bring everyone and get out here and enjoy the atmosphere, because it's been great so far. So looking forward to it.
Okay, so thank you very much. If there are no more questions, so thank you very much, Trina Powell and Grace Stewart, head coach and captain of the Hockeyroos, and good luck tomorrow and also on Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you.